Representative Alexander, you're up next with House Bill 1938. You may begin.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good morning, committee. Today we don't need to spend a lot of time on this, I don't believe. We had a rather lengthy discussion a few weeks ago about this bill, and you heard a lot of testimony from a lot of folks. So I think we can be short this morning. In this bill, we simply believe that a minimum enrollment of 350 students is not necessarily by itself a predictor that's reliable for academic success. Of 52 high schools that have been closed under Act 60, 39 of those were based solely on the 350 number. They were not in either financial or academic distress. Of the 21 schools on the 2009-10 at-risk list, 5 outscored the state average on 2 out of 3 test areas. 5 outscored the test average on all 3. We heard a lot of testimony when we met before about the Wiener School in particular, their record of excellence, the fact that they graduated 100% of their students, 100% went to college or the military. They have an award-winning gifted and talented program, and the list goes on and on. Also point out that charter schools are often capped at a number below 350. If 350 is essential to success, why do we do that? The number one charter school in the state, Hall Academy, is capped at 320 students. There were some issues raised, and we're not opposed to closing schools that are in academic or financial distress and that don't respond to intervention, and we're not opposed to closing schools that fail to meet academic accreditation standards. So,
Representative Alexander, I hate to interrupt you. Can I just ask quickly, since I'm not trying to ask you to be quick, I want to be quick. We heard this bill last week, correct? Can you tell us what changes you've made since we heard the bill? Would that be, I don't want to throw you off the game, but I think that would kind of cut to the chase.
That was just where I was about to go. The question was...
We are hearing we don't have to approve an amendment,
right,
because you've already put it...
It's already engrossed in the bill.
Thank you.
And the amendment excludes academic and financial distress from the moratorium. After I made that change, I received another call from the education director, and he suggested we also add accreditation. So that has been added as well. If you recall, there was also some question about the definition of small and rural schools, so we removed that language from the bill entirely. So I believe we've addressed the questions that were raised on that date, and I would appreciate a good vote. I guess the last thing I would say is we're all aware of the impact that losing a school can have on a rural community. And what this bill asks for is simply a 2-year timeout to give us the time to study the impact of Act 60 and to complete the transportation study that was directed by the court 10 years ago. And with that, I'd ask you for a good vote.
Members, are there questions for Representative Alexander? Hearing none, what is the will of the committee? I'm sorry, there are a couple questions. Okay, sorry. There are questions. I thought we weren't going to get by without questions. Representative Lowry, you're recognized. Oh, you've got a motion at the proper time. Did you have a question? Okay, then we are ready to hear testimony for and against the bill.